Welcome everybody to episode 3 of the speed build series. Today's episode is a little different as I am building 2 community lots with rabbit holes on them, which I didn't create myself. They're just like the standard Sims rabbit holes. We are starting with this building, which is a city hall. These speed builds aren't going to be super interesting or anything or super creative, but I'm just going to place down the rabbit holes and decorate the outside a little bit. As you can see here, I'm just placing down some pavement. I don't know if I mentioned this before in any of the other speed builds, but this is like the pavement which I'm trying to use in almost all my builds, which are located on this little island in the middle of the map. Just so that it matches at least a little bit. I'm also placing down some trees, just for decoration purposes. And then I'm also adding these decorative flowers. Just in general, I'm also adding some lights, as I didn't place down any lights. I think I mentioned this in a different speed build as well. I didn't place down any lights on the world map so far, so I'm doing this as well. Okay, then we continue with the next building, which is a wellness and books facility, I think. A lot of these rabbit holes look pretty ugly, I think. That's why I'm trying to limit the use of them, but yeah, some are just necessary, and yeah. But I thought this was kind of matching the building style which I am doing in general. I mean, I'm not really restricting myself to one building style, but I think my builds look kind of good next to this one, so I placed it. And I'm doing the same thing here, which I did in the first speed build, which is I'm just decorating the lot a little bit with the pavement on the ground, some street lights, these debug, things so that a car can't access this specific lot, which I think are really decorative. I think I'm going to use them in a lot of builds, just because it's kind of realistic. I was also thinking about placing down some car parking in the back, but there wasn't like really a way to access the back with a car. Like, there isn't a connection of the street to it, and the sides of the lot aren't big enough for a car to pass, so I thought it would be kind of unrealistic. So I just decided to put down some bike parking basically, and a decorative tree, and I think a bench later on as well, a bench and some trash cans. And it's also always so hard to decide which tree to put down, because I think a lot of the trees look really good, but they unfortunately are so big that they keep clipping into the house. This was like a problem with the second speed build as well. And I don't want it to clip into the houses, so I usually go for trees that are pretty high, but whose branches aren't really wide enough to clip into buildings nearby. And those are my speed builds for today done. I hope you enjoyed this little episode. I'm just gonna keep throwing them in from time to time, and I'll see you in the next one.